He was born on a Saturday in 73. He loves punk rock music. The Friday the 13th. Jamming in the Dazzle Den. On the bass guitar with the shortwave radio band. It's motherfucking Andy Scolding. Look at motherfucker, 'cause here he comes. Andy Scolding, wearing his orange hat.
Welcome to Unsigned518. I am here with Louie and Wolfgang. Right? I got that right?
Yeah.
You're good.
And
right
it's
on.
only been like 2 minutes, and I didn't forget your names. Look at me go. And the festival that you're doing is AP Live. AP is Averill Park,
Yes.
Yeah.
correct? And I guess what we're going to do is, you guys literally just got here 5 minutes ago. We've never met. We never really discussed what we're going to do. So, like, the joy of what this is that as I discover what you're putting on, you're letting me know what you're doing. Everybody that is listening is going to get the same information and know what's going on. So I guess, I don't know who wants to take the lead, but tell me a little bit about the AP Live Festival and when it is and what's going on.
Sure. So AP Live is this festival we organize over in Averill Park, and it started out as just Louie and I. We went to high school together. We kind of started to recognize that there was a lot of musicians, not only in our graduating class, but just around the area. And we wanted to take advantage of that a little bit. So last year, we put together a little music festival in the park, right across from our old high school. And it was all just, people we knew. Like, we were just calling people like, fuck, he has a band, let's give him a call. And so this year, we're trying to expand it a little bit, really, kind of bring it into its own. And so we have a bunch of musicians from all over the Capital Region coming in August 17th for an all-day festival, and we're doing it in partner with this community center. So it works as a fundraiser for them because they do a lot for the arts and a lot for music. So we're trying to give back to the community because, at the end of the day, it's a community event, to promote music and the arts.
And so this is the second year then?
Yeah.
And have you noticed like a huge amount of growth from the first year?
Yeah, I think so. So last year we started a little bit late, so it was hard to get like vendors or food trucks or things like that because it's late in the season. They have their schedule set for the summer
Right.
in March. They're ready to go. So we're out there in June, like, hey, you guys free this Saturday in August? It's like, no shot, they're free.
Right.
So this year we started planning and advertising it way sooner, way earlier in the year, so that we could get a little bit more buzz. Because last year was a pretty good turnout. I mean, what do you think?
Like 250, about 250.
Yeah, 250 people, just word of mouth mostly, and
Right.
social media presence very little.
We didn't even have an Instagram at that point.
Yeah, nothing dedicated to it. So, this year we're hoping for a better turnout. We're hoping that we get a few more people.
And what's the lineup?
Yeah, I mean, so this year we're lucky to have I think we're at 13 or 14 performers.
Oh, no shit.
So it was definitely a lot more than last year. Right now, the way we're planning on doing it is having a sort of two-stage kind of setup where we'll have more bigger bands in terms of size and like sound in general on the larger pavilion stage, which will be kind of our A stage.
Right.
And then also a separate section, not too far, like within the park, where it's more of a B stage setup for singer-songwriter, like acoustic, smaller acts, which was really cool. And I'm glad we did that because now we're able to get local musicians like within our town, some younger kids that are, going out, starting to play open mics, getting into guitar, whatever, have them on that B stage, and so that's really good. I think in terms of lineup, what we have on day of, I know we have definitely Passing Grade, we have 1001, a couple of local bands we happen to be a part of, and we have the Trojan Horns. They're a really cool horn section, 5-piece horn band out of Troy. Who else do we have?
It's Tops of Trees.
Tops of Trees.
All right. Yeah, they've been on the show.
Yeah,
Good-
Tops of
good
Trees
dudes.
we have. They're really good guys over there. We have Billy and the Great Western Postal Service, which is a cool kind of country band.
Yep.
We're excited to have them there. What else we got? We have a band coming from Ithaca.
Yeah,
called
that Batula.
Batula.
Yeah.
Batula.
and they do like alternative rock kind of
Stuff.
stuff.
Funk action too, I believe. Yeah. So I mean, there's a great variety. I mean, there's a bunch more, singer-songwriter kind of style things we have going on as well.
Yeah, and I mean that was the other thing with expanding it is last year was just stuff that we played and stuff that our friends had played. So it's like by getting like an 8-piece funk group or a horn ensemble or a country band or singer-songwriters, that trying to just expand it a little bit, give something for everybody to listen to,
And like logistically, obviously putting on a festival, you're talking about food trucks, you're talking about vendors, you're talking about all these bands and different stages. And I mean, even just saying like horns and horn sections, that adds another layer of logistics.
That was a headache to think about.
On the sound. And like, and how big of a team are you working with?
So it's us two and another good friend of ours. His name's Zach. He does all the sound stuff. He's our sound director.
I like to say we departmentalized this thing. So it'd be Wolfie. We call him head of operations in the sense that you want to tell him what you do a lot of times with all the sponsors. And
I keep in contact with all the businesses because it's a community event. So we're trying to get local businesses, local organizations. It's for a community center, so it's like there's a lot of just keeping in contact with them. Some paperwork with the town, making sure that we're allowed to do all we're going to be doing there that day. And then Louie, he takes care of a lot of like the art and artist kind of connection stuff. So he's the one that's kind of organized and put together this whole set list of bands, and he does all of our graphic design stuff. So the posters that you'll see, the business cards we hand out, the banner we're gonna have, it's like that's all him. And I mean, even from last year, it's like not only are we learning as event organizers, but we're also learning a lot in that end where it's like you can see where like the stuff that he was making last year is the stuff this year is leaps and bounds ahead.
Thank you.
I commend you on taking that step and getting it started. Because when you're doing something of that magnitude, obviously it's like overwhelming, but there's going to be so many like pratfalls and like things that go wrong that you didn't think of, and to just plow forward and do it, that's how you accomplish it. By literally just being like, just do it. Because now, second year, think of how much more, more prepared you are than last year. Think about it by the time you're on like, year 10. You're just going to be like,
hopefully we're out of it by year 10. Hopefully we
pass the torch down.
We've got people doing it for us. Our name's still on it. We're the headliners.
You're just chilling. Yeah.
Yeah. And I also wanted to mention, you said we have Zach. He does all the sound stuff, whether it's getting contact for all the sound system stuff or, mixing or
like stage plots.
Yeah, he's exactly this. Like this, he's been doing all
and
these
he's
like
like I
power
said,
schematics and the mics and all that stuff he's been on. And then we got one more guy. His name is Nick, and we like to call him the head of construction because we've had to build some stuff for this. He's got the most exciting stuff going on. We all work on it. We all have our hands dipped in and everything, but he keeps all the stuff at his house. So this year we were able to get our hands on this 70s Hammond organ with a Leslie speaker that it was built into it, right? And we all love that sound, that classic like organ sound on everything, and we're like, we got to get it. And so we got it, and we're getting it on, and the Leslie just doesn't work. So we have to rip it all apart and resolder all these wires to make it actually work. And we finally got it to work, which was so exciting. And then we painted it white, put our like brand colors on it, and now that's just an organ that's going to be on stage there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What else? We did drum riser.
He built a drum riser, and he makes fun of us because sometimes we'll be moving a little bit slow. It's like, the vendors haven't gotten back to me yet, or Louie's like, I'm still working on the banner. He's like, man, I'm fucking set. Drum riser's built.
Drum riser's been sitting in the back by the shed for 3 weeks now.
It's like, fucking dude, your job was one day. It's like,
and when you have like the way that the day will work, you have the two stages. Do you have it like all scheduled out where it'll be like basically when when the main stage ends, kind of the acoustic stage will start and ping pong and back and forth like that?
Yeah. So
go ahead.
What we're trying to do is, so we have a lot going on during the day. The event goes from 12 to 10, I believe.
Okay.
So during the day we have vendors and food trucks and things like that, and during that we're gonna have just a tent and a few PAs set up for acoustic sets, small ensembles, 2-3 people, and just to keep people's attention. And then around 3 o'clock, we'll start the main stage. And there's a few sets where we're going to need a little more time, setting things back up. Like I said,
8 horns.
We're gonna need we're gonna need about 5 more mics on stage for that. So
Right.
it's like, all right, we need a little time for that. So we're gonna have another smaller group come on for the B stage, play their set, and by the time they're done, we'll be ready for the next main stage set.
And so when, like, this year did you start, because again, you said last year you were late, it was like June or whatever, and you still pulled it off, which I commend. But like, when were you actively working on, how long have you been actively working on this one?
I mean, since we stopped the last one, the lights went down. Like, all right, next year, let's think about it. But I think the first time we sat down with the board at that community center that we work with was probably maybe June or January, you think?
January. Yeah, I mean, I know in terms of like the poster, I've been like sketching stuff and drawing stuff up since like last winter.
Yeah.
Just thinking about.
Right.
So it's been, a process.
And it's always going to be like last minute. We're like, fuck, we need this thing and this thing and this thing. But we're trying to take as much weight off of that as possible.
And how many vendors do you have?
So that's the other thing. We're still taking in. We have like a vendor contact form that we've been giving to everybody just to get a list. But I think right now we have like 6 to 8 lined up for sure will be there. But we're still looking for more. We want to get a real
Shakedown
a
Street.
little shakedown street in the middle of this park, this public
the
park.
goal.
But yeah, we have 8 vendors doing things like there's this health and wellness and like herbal remedy place that is in our town, and they're going to set up like a little pop-up to sell like essential oils and candles and tea bags and things like that. And then we have some more just like handmade goods, crochet baskets, things like that. Because again, we want people that can really tell you about what they're selling.
Right.
They've made it. They've put time into whatever's on their table. We have a few like just garden, like farm stand kind of thing. And then for food trucks, you start local. So it's like we work with this guy over. We actually, Louie and I, we work together at this sub shop in our town. And good friend of ours that works there, his name's Kyle. Him and his brother-in-law run a food truck, so that was the first name we put on the list.
Eats with Emmett.
Yeah, Eats with Emmett. They've been great. They've been committed to this since last year.
Nice.
It's funny, they were gonna come last year, right? So, like I said, we started late. It was hard to get food out there. Our local Kiwanis Club, they were nice enough to set up like burgers and hot dogs, which was great. They sold out, but we really wanted to get Kyle and Scott, his name is. We wanted to get them out there with their truck, and he was all about it. He was like, "Oh, give me some lists of like the names of the bands. I'll like try to make like food center around the names." We're like, I mean, you don't have to do all that, but yeah, sure, man. And then last minute, he's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm double booked." And then Kyle was still like, I'll try to make it out there with the truck, just me. Breaks his foot the day before, so it's like, you're all right, man. We'll see you next year.
Right.
But this year we're locked in with them.
Yeah, they're gonna be there.
Should be a lot of fun. Who else we got?
So we just spoke to the other day. We got in contact with this like bubble tea truck. They do they have like a food truck night over in Wineskill every Wednesday. So they've been doing that this year, and this is the other event that they booked for. The name, I think it's AKI. I think it's either Aki or maybe Aki tea.
Probably, yeah. It's like a big green.
Oh, you
tray.
can't miss it.
But yeah, I mean, what else we got? And we're still. I mean, we're still.
We have a restaurant over in our town's Crossroads. They're gonna be catering. So yeah, just trying to get more things out there for people to come see, even if they might not be that tapped into the local music scene. They may not be like, oh shit, Tops of Trees is playing, gotta get there. But they might they might pass by the town park and see a bunch of food trucks and tents up, and they might stop by.
Yeah, and I mean the music will keep people there.
Exactly.
I think
yeah.
the crowd or the commotion might get somebody's attention, but like when they're there, who can resist some food trucks and some music?
Right.
It's hard
and that's the other thing is like
Yeah.
to get in, it's all free. Like the music's free, obviously. the food trucks and vendors, you gotta pay for whatever
Right,
you're buying,
right,
but
right.
you know, it's
But it's a non-ticketed event.
Yeah,
No,
exactly. And I think it's really cool that every performer that's performing is like coming for free to help raise money for this community center, which is really, really cool.
Yeah. And that's something, that you don't see a ton in a lot of other, like, and I say it all the time, and obviously I'm biased to, like, this area, the 518 music scene, but, like, I see that more than anything. Like, a benefit, a benefit needs to happen, and bands will be like, yeah, I'll volunteer my time.
and I mean, like,
like
it's corny, but like a rising tide raises all ships. I mean, I'm sure
not
you
corny
know it.
at all. That quote actually was on the very first episode of this show.
Did you do your
right,
research?
Unsigned 518. Yeah, did you do your research?
No,
but
but
on
I
the
just-
very first episode, that was like the general consensus.
I mean,
that, like, that's what happens. It's
yeah.
not corny. I love that.
Exactly. I mean, you know it probably better than anybody. I mean, just seeing all these people, like creative, like artistically minded people, just try to, get some people out to see some music. You don't see it a lot of places, and that's we're trying to take advantage of that.
And
you take
people
advantage
like
of that.
going out to support other bands.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like a lot of the times, in some scenes it may be a little more competitive. Less venues to play at. People are and here, like, I go to enough shows, and every single show that I go to, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's so and so from that band, and that's so and so from that band, and that's so and so.
Yeah.
Like they come out to support
That's cool.
each other, and like so I expect that'll probably
Yeah.
happen at this one as well. So.
I also want to mention this year we've been trying to do a lot more with art as well. So we've been in contact with our local high school, which I mean now they're out, but before we got in contact and got them to share some of our forms. Like we have one for artists that are interested in displaying, because we're gonna have an outdoor kind of gallery set up.
Cool.
Where local artists can either display or sell some of their work, ranging from paintings or handmade like pottery things, all things like that. And so we've been able to get some local artists interested in displaying, and we're still open to more as well. So that's another thing I want to mention, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
So, one more time, what day is the event?
So it's August 17th.
Saturday.
Yeah, it's a Saturday, and it's going all day. So it's 12 o'clock to around 9, 10 o'clock, just, until they kick us out kind of thing.
right.
But
Butler Park in Averill Park, New York.
it's on Gettle Road. You really can't miss it.
Right
it's
by
right
the
next
high
to
school.
it's directly next to the Averill Park High School.
Right on. All right. So before we go, we will come back and talk a little bit more, but I actually want to play a Tops of Trees song to kind of get the folks stoked, and I know Tops of Trees would be cool to be playing the song, and if not, whatever. But anyway, this is Grey Ghost, Tops of Trees, and then we'll be right back.
Boo, boo, where are you? Come out to play. Boo, boo, where are you? Come out today. Boo, boo, where are you? Come out to play. Boo, boo, where are you? Come out today.
Hey boo, it's been such a long, long time since you knocked upon my door. I've been thinking about you lately. Have you found what the world has in store?
Hey boo, when we were just children, we'd run around the neighborhood. We thought you were the ghost of Macomb County. How could we know your heart was pure and good? Boo, boo, where are you? Come out to play. Boo, boo, where are you? Come out today. Boo, boo, where are you? Come out to play. Boo, boo, where are you? Come out today.
Hey boo, I never said thank you.
For all the gifts you put in that tree, I learned there's much more to a person than what you hear and what you see.
That was Grey Ghost, Tops of Trees. And, of course, you can catch Tops of Trees at AP Live Festival. And Louie and Wolfgang, I want to thank you so much for making the drive up here to let me know about the festival, for letting me let my listeners know about the festival. I think it's a really cool thing. I love the fact that the word community kept coming up a lot, that you're bringing people together. And it's a huge undertaking, and I commend you for taking on that I guess responsibility, because someone's got to do it for this shit to happen, and it's not easy. So I applaud you for that. But again, before we go, is there anything else that you want to add? Maybe where people can find you, or
Yeah. Well, first I'd like to say thank you.
Yeah,
You're
thank
very
you
welcome,
so much.
yeah.
And it's really nice to see all these different people and organizations and bands coming together and putting a lot of trust and faith in us. I mean, we're both 19. This is our second year doing this. It's easy to just kind of brush it off, and to see that this many people have faith in what we're doing and trust us to. I mean, even just to trust the town, trusting us to rent out a public park like that. It is really nice to see. It's really encouraging that people are interested in the music scene and the art scene, willing to give people like us a shot to put something on like this. And thank you to Louie, and thank you to our good friends Nick Rogers and Zach Ryan for helping us put it on. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram. It's ap.live festival, right?
Just AP Live Festival. And we also have our links in a link tree, so you can find our vendor contact forms, your artist contact forms, email. So everything's within one link on our link tree, but that's AP Live Festival on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, and we're still looking for vendors and artists. Right now we have our lineup for the actual show, all the actual bands, but I mean, if you are interested, we're going to be, hopefully, God willing, we'll do it next year. But I think that's all from us.
Yep. Thank you so much for having us. Really appreciate it. And we
you're
hope
very
to see you there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
great.
think you will. All right, cool. So, Louie and Wolfgang of AP Live Festival. I am Andy Scullen. This is Unsigned 518. We'll see you on the road. Unsigned 518 is produced and hosted by me, Andy Scullen. New episodes are available every week wherever you stream podcasts. If you would like to help support the show, please like and subscribe wherever you are listening, or you could buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/unsigned518. If you would like to advertise on the show, send me an email at unsigned518@gmail.com. And to be a guest on the show, reach out to me through Instagram at unsigned518. Take care of one another, and I'll see you next week.